Hi, friends. Welcome to the Hey Fundraiser podcast. I'm your host, Mary, and whether you're a frontline fundraiser, the operations professional, a board member, or just somebody wanting to make an impact in your community, this podcast is for you. We cover all facets of fundraising, and our main objective is to give you ideas and inspiration to help you raise more money. Join us as we learn, grow, and make an impact together.
Hey, fundraiser. We don't raise money in a vacuum, so it's important to engage other people from your organization in your fundraising efforts. Your program staff and leadership are critical partners in the cultivation process. Let's start with how to strategically deploy your leadership. Now, when I say leadership, I'm referring to your CEO and your board members. You want to introduce them to your prospects when the time is right. When you are planning to talk to your prospect about the organizational vision, maybe you bring your CEO to the next meeting. Your CEO should be used in the most strategic way and only with prospects who are close to making a gift or have high capacity to make a gift. Your CEO's time is very valuable, so I would recommend only bringing your CEO in for prospects that you're going to ask for at least a six-figure gift. When you need your prospect to hear from another donor, the board is the perfect place to look. But you should only put board members who actually make their own gifts in front of potential donors. One amazing, yet often unrealized benefit of giving to a nonprofit is that you get to meet people who care about the same things that you do. It's hard to meet new people, and charities often bring people together who wouldn't have otherwise had the chance to meet. So utilize your board members when the time is right. It could be a solicitation meeting where the board member makes the asks or shares why they give their time and treasure. Or the board member could come along on a site tour. If you're meeting with a prospect who is in finance, it's probably a good idea to introduce your board treasurer to the prospect at some point. It's unfair to ask your board members to do and be all things fundraising. They aren't professional fundraisers, but they do bring credibility and gravitas as a third party and volunteer. I'm going to link a resource in the show notes that'll help you figure out the best way to engage each board member based on their individuality, skills, and gifts. Now, let's switch over to engaging your program experts. This group represents the boots on the ground of your organization. They are the ones delivering the programs and most likely have amazing stories and anecdotes. They can also speak to specifics around their specific program outcomes and strategies. Donors love meeting program experts because they get a chance to see behind the curtain. When I was fundraising for a museum, I would bring high-level prospects in to meet the curators and to see the collection that currently wasn't being exhibited. This was a game changer, and prospects would leave asking me, "How can I help?" Gosh. This is why I recommend introducing program staff closer to the solicitation, because these meetings are very powerful and they set you up for your solicitation. Before you engage anyone in your cultivation efforts, they need to be briefed before the meeting. They need to know what role they are to play and what you hope to accomplish from the meeting. It could be as simple as, "I need you to tell stories about this particular program, and I'm hoping the donor leaves feeling inspired and moved by our efforts." They also need to know the ground rules of the meeting. It's your job to fill them in on the prospect and any issues to avoid. I've had to tell program experts not to cuss in donor meetings, or not to make an ask at the meeting, and not to go rogue and talk about another organization. You also need to tell them how much time they have with the prospect. If it's an hour, great. If it's 40 minutes because you want to pop over to the CEO's office for a quick introduction, amazing. But be clear about how much time the program expert has with the prospect so they can prepare their talking points.
Are you having trouble getting in the door with new prospects? Do you need some fresh ideas to cultivate donors? If so, check out the Donor Cultivation Method. This is Hey Fundraiser's newest online course, and it will take you through all aspects of donor cultivation, from how to open the door with new prospects, to when to know it's time to ask for a major gift and everything in between. This masterclass is perfect for someone newer to fundraising and the seasoned fundraiser who is looking for new ideas. With 6 modules filled with video lessons, you'll also receive a 46-page workbook so that you can put the information to use immediately. Visit www.heyfundraiser.com/courses to learn more about how the donor cultivation method can help you raise more money and build deeper relationships. That's www.heyfundraiser.com/courses.
You might brief your CEO in a little different way before a meeting. Your CEO should be in the loop on exactly what you're hoping to ask for, the actual amount, and a few more details about the prospect is helpful. For example, where does the prospect work and what is their title? Does this prospect have a family foundation? Who is in the prospect's social network? Does this prospect know any current or former board members? The CEO should know the lifetime giving of this prospect to your organization and the last gift date and any other relevant information that you think will help steer the conversation. Okay, I hope this helps you engage your leadership and your program experts in your fundraising efforts. They really do level up your cultivation efforts and wow your prospects. If your prospect is going to make a major gift to your organization, they need to meet and feel comfortable with the people who are going to use that money to make change in the world. Another thing to note, emotions can cool quickly after these meetings because your prospect goes back to their life and their lives are hectic. So to keep the momentum with the prospect's excitement, make sure to agree to your next meeting before they leave the site tour and move that prospect closer to solicitation. Until next time.
Hey fundraiser, thanks so much for being here today. Did you know that we create a special page for each episode that has helpful links, episode highlights, standout quotes, and freebies? Check it out in today's episode description. If you loved what you heard today, would you give us a rating and review? It really helps other fundraising professionals find our Hey Fundraiser community. I'm Mary, and thank you for listening today.